Kia ora, tēnā koe. Ko tōku ingoa ko Paora Maxwell no Te Arawa Waka. Ki te taho taku kuia no te ure o Uenuku Kōpako, me taku karaua no Ngāti Rangi Wewehi, me Ngāti Whakauwe hoki. Nā reira, kanu ngā mihi ki a koe kia tātou I tēnei wā. I think, I don't have a particular feeling about ngā whakaari. What I'm have been interested in, and may be interested in again, is plotting the organisation's progress. And I think ngā whakaari its history has mirrored the history of Māori broadcasting. I remember when we first formed ngā whakaari some 14, 15 years ago, and it came out of a need to have a Māori voice in the film and TV industry. And it was people often, and I think mistakenly, refer to Manu Aote as the same organisation, and it wasn't at all. It was a forerunner of ngā whakaari. But the people that survived Manu Aote didn't necessarily go on to establish ngā whakaari, although we all benefited from their efforts, if you like. We're talking about a ngā whakaari in the days when there was no Māori TV, and there were very few Māori production houses and very few competent, if you like, Māori producers. And there were a lot of issues on the table around Māori broadcasting. And so I've always been a strong supporter of establishing an organisation to represent. I'm as simple as that. Hei kanohi, hei māngai, hei tangata mo te ao Māori pāpaho. I think that's always been ngā whakaari's root, and it will always be its strength. And the organisation, to a certain extent, will rely on its governors and the executive, but will also rely on the professionalism of its management. And I think what we've seen with ngā whakaari is a waxing and waning of the organisation's strength, and related to both of those things, related to its governors and related to its executive management. I'm very proud of what ngā whakaari has achieved, though. I remember when Māori TV was not established by Act of Parliament, but when it was operationally established. And I remember this is 2002, and I remember a very onerous broadcasting contract being sent out to all the producers. And who was the organisation that called the troops to arms? It was ngā whakaari. And we had a different governance team, we had a different manager then, but there was just obvious that we already had an existing organisation. We didn't have to run around and find a few disaffected people. We already had ngā whakaari. And I think, other achievements, I was, the kumara, I shouldn't talk about its own sweetness, but I do remember facilitating the whole Paipai Ata Ata initiative and getting that signed off from the ngā whakaari end and also from the Film Commission end. And it really just took a few phone calls. So there's many things that we've achieved, but I would like the advocacy role and the professional advocacy role of the organisation in 2013 going forward, when we have a very well-established Māori TV, we have a lot of Māori production houses, we have a lot of Māori personnel involved in broadcasting, and more in broadcasting than in film. And we need professional advocacy. Mm.